What's up, team? Are you guys ready to make faces that look like this? Or like this? Or like this? Or... And you get to melt ears with it. All right. Check out this chart. This is Music Theory Monday, so there's going to be some theory, but what we're going to do is some killer blues riffs that will melt ears off. And you might choke your guitar unconscious, but try not to. Okay, so let me explain. On this chart, I'm going to keep it all in one chart because I know you can do it. If you're new, hit that like button. Would love to keep you. I just lost my chart. Okay, so we've got 3 scales. We've got a G major scale. We've got 2 E blues scales. Now let's kind of go into the theory part of this. G is the 1 chord, that's the G major, that's the key we're in, and then E would be the 6th, E minor, but in this case, we're adding 1 note that turns it into bluesing so you can make this face. We're adding a B flat, okay? So I want you to notice where these little chromatic runs are inside of the next 2 scales. So the green notes, that is a G major scale. And I'll explain the purple B flats. Just give me 2 seconds and hold on. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. This chart is linked below, and we'll build this out. This kind of stems off of, I did a bluegrass lesson yesterday, and I don't know anything about bluegrass, so check that out. I'm kind of trying to learn it, so come learn it with me. All right, I thought let's parlay this into some cool blues licks. So now let's go up to the E blues scale. And if you notice, it's right here on the A string on the 7th fret. Okay, so if you just learned that today, that's okay. I will tell you guys in every video, if you can just take away 1 piece of information and don't throw your guitar down and run away. If you're like, this guy's giving me too much. I'm telling you right now, just take 1 piece. Just learn that G major scale, okay? Or maybe you learn this. Here's the theory part, okay? You're just turning an E minor pentatonic into an E blues by adding the flat 5. And the flat 5 in this case is B flat, okay? So you'll see these little chromatic runs. I really want you to be aware of where those are inside of the scale. So in this E, B blues, there it is. You can hear how it adds that mojo or that vibe. We're gonna get more into that too, okay? So practice running that E blues position. Are there more than these? Of course, but we're gonna start slow, we're gonna build it up, we're gonna connect the dots, and you're gonna just go like this. Okay? I'm sorry, some of the faces I see you guys make on that web, I'm like, wow. All right, hopefully my face doesn't look like that. Let's go to the next position, right here. Now, real quick, let's point this out, because I wouldn't be teaching you, well, if I didn't show you. Okay, here's just the E minor pentatonic. Listen to how it sounds different. Just E minor, we haven't added the flat 5. Now let's add some mojo. Let's add some face stank. Are they ready? But if your face did that every time you hit the flat 5 note, I'm sorry, I'm cracking myself. Okay, we're gonna do some licks out of each area in this lower register, okay? And that's where these purple B flats are gonna come in, the flat 5. Just remember that, that's the flat 5, and that's why it makes it E blues, okay? We're gonna get bluesy up in here. Then we're gonna do a little lick out of this position. And we're gonna do one out of this position, okay? And of course, we're gonna target those notes, because then what are we doing? Something like that. Oh, wait, you didn't see my stank face, hold on. That should be my thumbnail, right? All right, so let's go to the first lick. And now, you don't have to play note for note. I'm gonna keep the chart up. It's linked below like always. Go grab it. Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it in your brain. All right, now let's come to a little agreement here. We're always gonna have G, open chord as a home bass. Okay, I didn't need to put that in the chart. And then also up here, you have an E minor, A minor, B-shaped bar chord, look, E minor. So kind of use those as little, like, going home points. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, first lick. Now, I'm just giving you a framework. If you want to copy it note for note, go ahead. I'm going to go real slow. Lick number 1 is this. So we're going to hit open G and hit open G. Hit open E and slide into the G, right there on the 3rd fret. It's on the chart, okay? We're just going to use pieces of this G major scale and open strings, and then we're going to hit that B flat of this. Okay. I'm really terrible explaining this, so what I basically did is I went, skip the A string and I hit the E on the second fret on the D, and I kind of bend it. This is the mojo part. And then you can either pull it and just let it pull off to open D, or you can just go. I kind of go. I pick it again. So you could go. Now, if you're a total beginner, or if you haven't done these kind of licks, don't throw your guitar down and run away and cry because you're saying, he gave me too much of the chart. No, just do one piece. If you want to do the whole thing, I'll put chapters in here so you can go back and rewind it, okay? So that's what it is. Okay, and then the second part of that, it's almost like a two parts, but connecting the dots, it turns into one riff. So, then I slide back into that G again. And now I just do this little walk down B, and there's that purple B flat, flat 5. There's your that's your that's your Stank Face. Oh yeah, and I do, when I walk it down, I do that little chromatic run. I go B, purple B flat to open A. So that's like a killer, that's a riff. That's how you write riffs, right? You know how certain artists that we love are riff heavy? Think of Rage Against the Machine, Black Sabbath. You know, some bands are very riff heavy, riff oriented. Okay, now I really want to point this out. I want you to really dig into your guitar. It's weird, you got this balance of digging in, but there has to be a finesse level to it too. Otherwise you choke stuff off, it just doesn't sound natural. So if you can, just practice this riff. See if you can just get that bend. I'm just slowly bending it. That's where the vibes come in. Don't worry about rhythm so much here. You're just kind of trying to get this circular vibe. You'll pocket it. You'll get it in the slot where you need to. Okay, so that's riff number 1. Let me know how that went for you. Okay. Let's go to the second position now. Now we're going to move out of the major scale, and we're going to go up here. Okay, now this one's super fun. This is going to be a little higher level, but I think you can get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take on the G, B, and high E string, okay? Look right on the chart. You see this diagonal shape? That is actually an E minor triad, so E, G, B. Okay, so we're going to sweep that like this. My sweeping's not that great, but okay, we're gonna see. Let's see if I can mirror that. Oh yeah, that's it right there. So we're gonna sweep, and then we're gonna hit the D on the high E. Just look at the chart. So okay, yeah. So we go sweep, E, G, B. Hit the D. I like using my pinky. Go back to the B, okay, on the high E. Then we hit that G on the B string, excuse me. So real. I'll mute it. Okay, and then that other purple B flat you see on the B string, we're gonna walk down. So let's go really slow. Okay, now everything is disconnected at this point, but what we're doing is we're cataloging little licks, little riffs to melt ears. All right. And to make Stank Face. We're not here just to play guitar. We want to melt ears off and make crazy faces while we do it. Okay, so. Okay, now if you want to be brave, if you want to be really adventurous, I still remember this lick from Metallica song back in the day. Way over my head that he did that higher heat. So you can sweep it. See, then you can hit the E. Okay? So let's see that same essential riff, sweep, then instead of hitting the D, I hit the high E. So here's the first one. So if you want to get crazy, make crazy face. Okay? And then remember, that's why I told you there's that E minor bar chord. If you want to do, maybe like use that as a little harmonic foundation. Okay, now this stuff it's not easy, but it's all practice. Put in the work, just practice it. Again, if you want to just take what I'm doing right here and just get this sweeping part, just... And I do have a healthy dose of spring reverb on because you can't do blues without some spring, right? Okay, now again, framework, try it. Okay, so that is the riff in this. But don't forget little runs here. Let's see, let's just improvise it. Let's see what we can make up. Enough for that. Okay, let's go up to one final riff, and then I'm gonna send you on your way. Grab that neck, and you will control the guitar. Don't hurt your guitar. Be nice. Okay, so here's this one. This one you're gonna love. This one's a little higher level, but what you're gonna do is we're gonna slide into the 14th fret. That we're gonna hit that E. We're gonna slide on the G string. Okay, so okay. Or if you want to drive your friends nuts, just sit there for an hour on the couch and go. Okay, so we're gonna go, and then we're gonna skip the G and B, and we're gonna hit the high E. We're gonna hit that E. So we can go E to E. Okay. So skipping strings is another technique you definitely want to incorporate into your playing. So a lot of amateur players, when they're playing pentatonics or scales, they're just running it like so close, like intervallically, that they don't know how to. So I'm giving you a tip. So now here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab that B flat right here, okay? Excuse me, the A on the G string, and you're gonna bend it like a quarter step, so a semitone, okay? Right into the B flat. So it's, and then you're gonna pull off. See if you can get that. So you're going E to E, bending this A to a B flat, the flat 5. Okay, so. Okay, and then I'm just gonna hit this, hit a little bar right there on the G, B, and high E. That's actually an E minor triad. So, let's see. Okay, I did where I go slide in. As I'm bending, I do like a quick little pull off. And it like just hit that right back where that E I started on, right? So, let's go real slow. Watch this. So, okay. So let's see if we can kind of connect all three of these. Let's just review them, and then you gotta go do your thing, and you're gonna melt faces and ears, and you might choke the life out of your guitar, but hopefully not. So here we go. That's like a killer riff to like start, like if you're in a band, to just get that groove in. See, I just strung them all together. So that's kind of why I'm doing this for you guys. I just strung all three of those riffs together. I connected it by using that E minor bar chord right here. That was kind of like a little crossover point between the scales, okay? There's so many combinations. So just take one scale and see what you can do with it. Maybe you run octaves like that. Let's go to that middle one. Losing my way there. Oh yeah, and I keep pointing this tip out. If you start to get lost in a scale, Just hang on a note and try and not drop the rhythm, all right? And then when you kind of find your way out, if you do, you didn't drop, you didn't derail the train. So. Should we bend like? That's enough. Have my ears melted off? Do I still have ears? All right, you guys, grab the chart, practice, drop in the comments how you did. If you're new, I'd love to keep you, hit the like button. I'm gonna put a link to the video I did yesterday that nobody watched because YouTube didn't promote it, but it's me with you learning bluegrass. It's pretty long. I put a bunch of beautiful charts. Grab your acoustic. If you don't have one, grab your electric. Okay, drop jellyfish or your favorite sea creatures in the comments. Drop where you're watching from. Oh, and I'm going to drop a link pinned in the comments. I have my own landing page at Sweetwater, so thank you, Sweetwater, for that. And you guys can check out gear I use. You guys are always asking, so it's thanks to Sweetwater for setting that up for me. And just keep going, don't stop. So let me know how you do with these licks. These things are killer when you get them. Don't forget to make your Stanky flat 5 blues face. There's your band name of the day. And that's it. All right. See you guys in the next video. Peace.